Hey everybody, it's me, deogenz, and it's time for Pokemon of the Week. This week, I've got a tale. A tale about a whale. One in RU of which we know to be Wailord. The oversized, awesome humpback, I am assuming, that graces the RU metagame with such style and finesse as to have the specialty of Water Spout. The way this set works is mainly taking advantage of its not so awful special attack stat and trying to work around its rather blubberous speed stat to launch a super powered 150 base water stab move onto your foes before they get the jump on you. Now, since this set does not specialize on speed, it could be said that perhaps Trick Room could be enabled here too. But I want you to take a note of that base speed stat. It's at 60. So right when we start to tread those waters, we get out of the 40 region, we start hitting 55, it starts to become a toss-up of, well, do I maximize speed or do I try to get rid of speed? Because maybe it won't be slow enough to really be helped by the Trick Room. However, to sort out these issues, it's important to have Hidden Power Grass on this set as well, because its optimal switch-in is at a water type that it would resist. You'll get very few chances to switch this in and use a maximum water spout, which is why you'll need another water stab move, whether it's Surf or Hydro Pump. And you can quickly see why this was placed in rarely used rather than another tier, because the territory that it can take over is very tiny with its move pool. I mean, perhaps you could give it a physical move set, but then you say bye-bye to its most powerful stab water type move, which is only available to a select few, Kyogre included, but that's in an Uber tier. You see how drastically it jumps when using Water Spout, which tier you can use it in effectively, especially when this set, I mean, we're doing all we can to max it out, but pay attention to the lack of defense and special defense that will wipe you out in no time. It's almost like a sick joke where Wailord was invited to a birthday party, given a large bowl of candy, and walked into a room with tons of pokes holding a bunch of sticks and wondering, hey guys, what's up? It's just asking for a walloping. Thankfully, by only being a one-stab water type poke, it only takes super effective damage from electric and grass types. You could consider perhaps having Hidden Power Ground, or maybe even Hidden Power Fire, but then you miss out on the important switch-in that Wailord has only to water types, because otherwise you're wasting your Water Spout. The tricky thing about Water Spout is, if you're unfamiliar with that move and why it's such a interesting thing to use in metagame and has to be used with planning, is that if your HP is lowered, your power diminishes. How pleasant. So that's why it's necessary that even as Wailord becomes whittled down, you don't want Water Spout being your only water stab move, because it will get to the point where it's just worthless. Which brings us to Set 2. Now, to say Set 2 is completely worthless is really not a statement worth its salt, because this has been playtested by Badassxscrafy, and he tells me that it's been somewhat effective in certain circumstances. So what makes this set so interesting is it goes completely against the grain of the natural affinity towards the base stats. So your heads must be tilted 360 degrees at this point, wondering how and why will this work? How can you make the fail whale for all defenses, special and offensive, be effective? And the way that you do it is by maxing out your special defense, because there is no move that will boost your special defense that I know of off the top of my head Wailord can obtain, and Curse will boost your attack and physical defense. Now, the question is, does time allow this strategy to work? I didn't ask Badassxscrafy how many times he tested this set, but I would suspect that the more trials you put this Wailord through, the less success rate you would see. Because it takes an awfully long time to get this whale anywhere above fail. and just then, it struggles to keep its blowhole above the sea, just to breathe. Using Whirlpool, its only way to escape taunt fodder, I suppose works in conjunction with Toxic, but it's a slow demise. And don't think that your opponent will take your cue. Oh no, they'll take that time to gain ample setup power on you. This way they can wipe out Wailord, no problem, even with the investment in effort values to special defense and perhaps the couple of curse boosts you could get off. Even so, all it would really take is a well-aimed Thunder Punch before you placed any curses, and that's pretty simply done by many of the pokes that can outspeed this whale, which has no investment in speed. So again, what are you going to do about that? It doesn't matter, again, how much you maximize your health if you can't even step up onto the field first to do the supporting moves you need for yourself. So overall, I say that making this set a mainstay in your metagame is probably not a manageable idea. It's like patching a rubber inflation tube that's been thrown through the meat grinder 10,000 times and hoping that, oh, maybe if I use just a little more glue, it will come out okay in the end. So that does it for Wailord. Kind of a fail whale if you ask me. I really didn't suspect this thing to be as pitiful as it turned out to be. I thought a big strong whale burgeoning in the ocean would be perfect for a defensive set, and little did I know its natural affinity towards those stats are nothing to what a wall standard should be. So I've been deogenz, reminding you to subscribe to Planet Poke. Check out my channel, youtube.com/deogenz, if you'd like some help in effort value training. My series Effort Value Expertise will guide you through that. And if you want to submit your own set for next week, take a look at what will be coming and PM me with your suggestion. You'll get a shout out just like Badassxscrafy does every week, and you will be awesome for contributing. So, again, deogenz, and I will see you in the future.